Let me show you how we went from this to this and how to customize this exact classic style so that it suits every eye shape. Hi, my name is Hannah Hatt, and here on YouTube I share makeup tutorials, lash education, wellness stuff I love, business things, and kinda whatever I want. This classic set is so natural. I didn't mix the 0.15s or 0.12s like you normally would use in a classic set. Instead, I mixed both 0.07s and 0.03s because I wanted them to look so natural they could be literally your own lashes. So let's get started. Let's start off with putting on our gloves to protect ourselves. I get them from Costco. They are the nitrile latex-free gloves, and they are great. They come in a set of 2 and last me quite a bit. So then we start off with a good wash, get all of the buildup, oil, everything out of those lashes. I get right in there. You can see my finger just pressing on the lid and even dragging the skin upwards to make sure that I get underneath and just right all in between those lashes. Then I'm rinsing them, getting all of those soapy suds out. Again on the other side. You can see I apply the foam cleanser kind of right in the inner tear duct, and that is just so that it kind of is like a cup holder for it so that it doesn't start to drip along the sides and go down to her ear, because that's really uncomfortable. So then just pressing that cotton round against the temples and rinsing her eyelid. I do it a couple times just to make sure they're really clean. She does actually have some lash extensions left on from getting it done at another place. So we're zooming in close here to take a good look at her eye shape. So I'm marking the first line to indicate where we're going to put the straighter curl going up the hill. Then after that first line, we're going to transition to a curlier curl to kind of compensate for the droopiness. Let's take a look at this lash set on this eye shape. Notice how it's longer in the inners and then droops towards the ends. It's unflattering, whereas this one has a nice rounded look to it. It's lifted in all the right places, has a smooth transition from shortest to longest lengths, and is flattering for the client's eye shape. So now let's customize a map to Alona's beautiful eye shape. I ask my clients to look in between my brows so that I can see accurately where the top of the lid is. So you want to mark the first dot at the highest point of the lid. Marking on the lid helps you know when to transition from a straighter curl to a curlier curl as the lid starts to droop. Your goal is to compensate the drop by lifting it using more curl and quickly picking up in length. The second dot should be just beneath the arch of the brow to tell you when to place the longest lengths. Doing this will elevate your work immensely and complement your client's eye shape and brows together beautifully. Now what's really cool is our client's eye shape actually tells us exactly what we need to do. We just need to read it, you know? So you can see here how it's going up the hill. You can see the top of the lid, so we've marked that. And then you can see right from there where it starts to droop. And that's where you really want to pick up in length to compensate, have the longest length with the arch of the brow. And then I just like to scoop down a couple shorter lengths on the ends. I love this visual with their eyes closed because you can really see the top of the lid and then as it droops. Just don't solely focus on mapping with their eyes closed because some people have hooded eyes and you don't want them to maybe be too curly for their eyes, you know? So make sure you're mapping with their eyes open as well. Then on to taping. This is my sandwich taping method. I've been doing this for many years. It's my favorite. It does not budge. Those gel pads and tape do not slide up. I just love how snug and secure it is. You might notice sometimes the outer corner is a little too high, so just pick that up and then bring it down a little bit. It's mapping time! So starting off with our shortest lengths, 6 and 7. I love going super short at the very inner corners. I find it just so flattering. Marking a line right underneath where that first dot is shown on the lid, and that's where our 9 is going to be. Right after that 9 is when we're transitioning to the curlier curl and picking up in length like I mentioned. I don't typically do 13 for long lengths. I go like typically 12 for the longest, but this one is just like so natural and we're picking up such fine lashes. I kind of wanted them to be really light, but also long, almost giving the illusion that, I don't know, her natural lashes are just so long. So marking where we're putting the straighter curl, C curl, and then CC. Now that I've finished mapping, I'm just going to remove all of her old lashes. There's very few left. If you'd like actually an in-depth video showing removals and fills, let me know. So they're all removed. You can see her fresh lashes. She has about 2 to 3 layers, which is typically pretty normal. On her left eye, I noticed some more finer natural lashes, some little baby ones. But that's okay because we're doing such a natural set. It's gonna be literally lighter than mascara on her lashes. So then just taping up her lid, making sure none of that skin is down over any part of the lashes because we want to get a good clear view of those lashes. Oops, my head is in the way. I'm going to show you how I pick up the lashes for this set. So I'm picking up 1 to 2 lashes of the 0.07s, and for the glue you want a good amount because these are fine lashes and you want great retention in them not flaking off. So I like to dip the lash into the center of the glue dot and aim to get about 4 or 5 mini beads along the lash. Then gently place the extension onto the natural lash. Imagine that you are wanting the extension to like melt into the natural lash and like become one. Doing that prevents lifted bases and fantastic retention. Of course, always correcting the placement. You do not want to follow the direction of the natural lash. If it's turning too much to the right, you want to correct that by placing the lash on the left side. Showing you another angle of isolation. I know it's a little tricky to see because it's so intricate, you know. But yeah, correcting the direction. Here's another angle. There's that itty bitty lash. I placed one tiny lash on that one. I'm thinking of sharing a pretty in-depth tutorial on different ways that you can isolate the natural lashes. Let me know if you're interested, and yeah, I want to know, so let me know in the comments. I'm just lifting up her skin to get those outer corner lashes better, and I noticed her eye was watering a bit. To absorb tears, use a lint-free wipe, not a cotton round, as cotton has some crazy chemical reaction with your adhesive where it starts to kind of sizzle and smoke. So keep that totally clear from your client's eyes. It can cause more irritation, and we don't want that. Watching videos like this is so satisfying to me. Does anybody else feel this way? Speeding it up at the last stretch. This part I get pretty antsy. I just like can see the shape. We already have the shape kind of built throughout. It's really just filling all of the lashes in between, and we always happen to find another lash when we think we're almost done. You know what I mean? They're never fully gone. So we are done. We're all finished. I love this part when you create your beautiful work of art and you get to remove those gel pads. It feels just as good for us lash artists as it does for the client. And oh my goodness, I can't wait to see them with their eyes open. So now just removing those dots on the lid with micellar water. Doing a good brush through because that is super satisfying too. And we are done, guys. This was so fun to create. I actually want to do an even more natural set in the future, maybe even just picking up one .07 lash and making it so light, but I just love how natural and kind of like wispy it is. It just flatters her eyes beautifully and they look so natural. I know people are gonna come up to her and be like, are those your lashes? We got to playing with some makeup right after. I don't know what happened, but I got carried away with the eyeshadow. I was planning on highlighting the lashes, but then I was like, you know what? Let's do like a natural smoky, and she looks like a friggin' hot babe. I had so much fun doing this, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.